Alright, welcome to my survival world. This is actually mine and my friend's world that we've been working on together for a long time now. This is my airplane in this survival world. Now, this aircraft is going to be a lot cheaper than the ones I was showcasing in my creative world. I actually just realized I forgot a little bit of material. Let me go grab that really fast, and then we will jump straight into building it. I am live streaming this, so the video is not going to be all cut up the way the other videos might be, so that is my bad. I don't know what my friend did with all of the glass that I had in here. He never tells me what he does with anything. Let me go craft some here. Pretty sure I do it here. Just double check that. I might not actually. I don't even know where you craft glass at. There it is. Yeah, I said remove all. Of course. Well, we're not going to worry about the glass for now. We will, because I'm not allowed to have anything convenient in this game, I'm just going to get straight into building it. So, I'm going to put this sand back in here. Get out a torch, and we will begin building. So I'm going to use my plane as a reference because I'm going to build pretty much an identical duplicate of that one. First thing I want to do is get a jack. Just go ahead and push that right there. Then I'm going to need a staircase as well so I can see what I'm doing here. There we go. I'm going to go over here and get one of these bases, the long ones. I'm going to separate that and put it as far aft as possible. There we go. I'm going to put another one here. Now I'm going to take this one. I'm going to turn it sideways just like that. Then I'm going to take it again. Just double check this on my work because I'm making sure everything is accurate here. Yep, just double checking. All right. Take this one. I'm going to turn it a long ways. Do it just like that. Then I'm going to take this one. Do it just like that to kind of get this like little arrow, almost like an airfoil looking design. All right, now that this is done, next thing we're going to do is prepare to place the engine. I'm going to get the engine placed. So as you can see, that one is right at the front. Let me make sure I have the material for it here. Yes, I do. Always got skeletons trying to ruin everything. All right, here we go. Okay, I guess I suck at this game. There we go. Do it just like this, face it that way, and right on the edge, leaving that one gray spot at the front. Also, for the materials you're going to need lots of wood, you're going to need some frost pine rods, wooden rods, pretty much everything that is in this chest right here, and in this chest right here, and in my inventory. That's what you're going to need for all these, for this plane. See him try to throw the rock at my airplane? Oh my goodness. This is what I'm talking about. Alrighty. Put this closer. I'm building this in survival so that you can actually see, you know, how to build it in survival, because I think building it in creative would be kind of an unfair advantage there. So that's what I'm doing here. I always place my canopy about two tiles back. I'm just double checking that one. I believe I actually put that one flush with the engine, so let me actually change that. See, even I'm making mistakes here. There we go, flush with that engine. And also the wings for this one are going to be made out of this piece. I just dropped my sword. There we go. These pieces right here. The slate thin floors. That's what I'm going to be using. And so we're going to go ahead and get back over here, making sure everything is looking good. So the rudder, vertical stabilizer is going to be 3 of those stacked on top of each other. Let's go ahead and get that. Make sure it's flush. Perfect. 2 and 3. Perfect. Alright, now come over here and you'll notice, let's see. You can do windows, you can do whatever you want. For this one I used the, I believe that's the 3. Yes, it is. So I do 1 on the floor. That's flush. And then, give me 1 second here. Sorry about that. I had to take a phone call. I was just kind of looking at how I was doing this. So this one is coming up straight through here. Now, I'm making sure that I'm doing this right. I don't think I got this one back far enough. So I'm running through this systematically because these designs have to be perfect. So that one comes back 3, I believe. Just double check myself on that one. 1, 2, and 3. That's what it looks like. Yep. Then this one comes up 3. Then it goes N1, N2. And then this one. See, that's why I'm double checking my work here because I don't remember exactly how I made this one. Up 1, up 2. And then the third one is just double stacked. There we go. That's right. I was just making sure I was doing that right because if it's not exact, then it's gonna throw off the balance of the plane, which is not what you want. Next thing I'm gonna do is put a ceiling here. Of course, now my character's in the way. There we go. And then now you're gonna put the small control panel on the inside. You're gonna put it so go up until you can't move it. And you're gonna move it 2 back. That way, whenever you get out, it'll put you either on the wing or behind it. So I'll show that over here. Should be 2 back. Perfect. That one's actually 3 back. Thought it was 2. See, that's what I mean. Little tiny details just like that are it's gonna send you over the edge. These designs take me hours. Let's see, 1, 2, and 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. There we go. My gosh, my character's always hungry. There we go, that's right. So as you can see, the shape of the airplane's starting to come in here. Of course, the next thing we're going to have to do is get the wings. I'm going to make sure that I'm doing the wings correctly here. So it's going to start off with, I believe it's 2 of these ones. Let me just make sure I get the right piece here. Is it this one? Okay, yeah, it is. Just making sure. So it's going to be 4 of those. Go ahead and get rid of this. Making sure it's flush with that one. Yeah, that one's the 4 wide. And then you're going to come on the other side and do the exact same thing. Two, 3, and 4. Perfect. Now we're going to come over here. I'm going to double check my work. And then it's going to come out 3, and then it's going to be 2 of the 4 long ones. Okay, so it's the next one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to grab this piece, the 4 long one, and just do 2 of those. Perfect. All right, so that's the wing design. Next thing I'm going to do is design the rudder. Not the rudder, the horizontal stabilizer, which is this part. This one's going to be kind of weird, I can see. Let me just double check my pieces here. Pretty sure I did. Okay, I think I used 2 of these. Okay, what did I do here? Oh, I see it now. Okay, so I did 4. Okay, I see it now. Let me jump on top here, if I can. Character can hardly jump. There we go. So we're looking for the, I think it's the 4x4. Not the Tanami. I guess the Tanami would work, but I'm trying to keep it, there we go. Okay, we're gonna have to jump up here and do this the hard way. Making sure it's flush. That looks flush. There we go. Alright, next thing. Gonna be 3 of these. Why won't it let me place that? Okay, hold on. Just make sure I'm doing this right. So it's going to be 3, 4, and which piece is that? Is that this one? I believe that's that one, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay, it's going to be 2 4s, 2 3s. Okay, that's easy to remember. Let me just do it that way. So 2 4s, 2 3s. So here's the 8 one. And then we're going to put this right here. Then we're going to put this one. Come on. Gonna get it just right. Of course. I'll just do it from down here. No big deal. Got 1, 2, and then you're gonna do 2 of the 3s. Oh my gosh, that shaking is so annoying. There we go. Alright, just double checking my work here. Obviously I didn't use all the right pieces on that one. So that's the tail. All right, next we're gonna have to build. Excuse me. Just go over here and double check this. So now we're gonna try for the landing gear. Landing gear is gonna be right behind the windshield. So we'll get that level with the windshield, and then we will so go here, and it's gonna be the small version of the big one. So suspension number 4. Now let me see where the windshield starts. I believe it's just right under the wing. So that should be nice and easy. Hardest thing about this is getting it. There we go, that should be right. Let me just double check that. Yep, that's right. All right. We're making progress here. Next thing you're going to do is put the large wheels, which I need frost pine for, so let's go ahead and grab that out of my chests. Just do it from down here. And these are going to be just the powered ones. So one big one there, one big one there, and then switch the direction on the right one. Next, now you have to build the barriers, which you need granite for. I should have some granite in one of these chests somewhere. There it is. Perfect. I think the barriers are what's going to cost the most, so it's going to be the granite, which I'm kind of short on right now, but it's okay. I'm going to put 2 on the front, and then, 2 on the back and then 2 on the front. And you want to get it as close to the landing gear as possible. That way you can, that way they don't fall apart on you. Next thing is going to be the tail wheel, which is going to be 3 of these small pieces, 1 small guard, and then it's going to be a medium tire. So you're going to need some flex wood for this one, which we don't have quite enough. So let's go ahead and grab our flex wood. And that's going to be flush with right on the very back. Perfect. That's what I figured it was. And that should be 1 below the second line. It's kind of hard to remember, but it's okay. Come on. Need to go 1 up. 1 up. There we go. 1, 2, 3. That's right. Perfect. It should be about 1.5 down. And then now you're going to put the steerable medium. And you're just going to put it right flush with that. And then make sure it's facing the right way. Perfect. And then you're going to put 1 guard on the front, which should be the small one. This one. And you're going to make it all the way over just like that. Let's double check that. Okay, so that one's actually flush, but it shouldn't make that big of a difference. So I'm going to keep it just like that because it's actually going to provide more protection for that landing gear. So that's that one. Next thing I'm going to do is add the balloons. So my balloons, I want to go ahead and put those on before I drop the airplane onto the runway. So the reason for that is because if you don't, then it's going to break your airplane apart, and that's what you don't want that. Put those vines back. Don't want any of those anymore. Perfect. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and put the balloons on. There should be, I think, 6 of them. I hope I have enough. I believe I have enough. Let's see. Yeah, I have exactly enough. There's going to be 2 on the very nose that are directly in front of the... Oops. Alright, actually, I do need the cord. Oops. So this is why I'm building it in survival. So you guys can kind of know what to expect when you build yours. Just make sure my broadcast is still going. Yep. Alright, perfect. Alright. Gonna be 6 balloons. So 1 on the corner there. Another 1 on the corner. Then it's going to be 2 on the very corners here. one there, and then it's going to be 2 on the tail. If I can get over there. There we go. And the tail ends are going to be right on the edge here. Just like that. The balloons, just make sure that they're equidistant. What really matters is how far back it is from the engine of the plane. Because if they're too far back or too far forward, then it's going to put your plane out of balance. And that's where you're going to get the pitching up and pitching down that you don't want. So that's what that's for. Next thing I want to do is put some little guards here so that your passengers don't fall off or something weird like that. And then you're going to add 1 chair here at the back. Now you can jump on top of the tail just like that. I should have done that first. Probably would have saved me a lot of time, not going to lie. Alrighty. So as you can see, it's starting to come together here. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the thrusters. So we're going to need 1 box, and it's going to be 4 away, and it's going to be right flush with the edge of the wing. So a box, which is this one. I'm going to face it just like that. I can't see over my big head. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then another one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next thing I'm going to do is add my thrusters. So this one should be right level with that box. Perfect. Just double checking that. So this one should be right there, right there, right there, and right there. Just eat because my character's hungry, and then we will continue. Should be about 6 large thrusters in total. So we're going to have 2 there, 2 there, and 2 there. So we're going to have 1 at the very top of the tail, as high as it'll go. And I'm out of wooden rods. I'm going to grab some more of those. Should have some more up here. It's as high as it'll go, and then this one should be as low as it'll go, I believe, but let me just double check that. You're just flush with that one, so that's easy. There we go, just like that. Now you're going to need 6 small thrusters as well. You're going to have 1 at the very top. That's for your rudder force. Another one at the very top. That's your secondary rudder, or your opposite rudder. Double checking that one. And now your ailerons are going to be the weird ones. So your ailerons are going to start right flush with this last little divot here. And they're going to be back flush with the trailing edge of the wing. So here we go. Let me show you where this goes. Wow, you really can't see over your character. That's really annoying. Okay, there we go. There's that one. And then this one goes in the same position on this side. And that's too far in, of course. Ooh. Swung one too many times there. There we go. Alright, let's look at the placement on these things. We're going to have 1 there and then 1 out to the left. It's going to be flush with it. So 1 there and then 1 out to the left, which is right here. The opposite will be on this side. Just double check, make sure I'm doing that right. This should be right. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I was wrong. Got it checked. This one actually goes here. And then this one goes on the opposite side. I remember not too long ago, if you would break your thruster or balloon, it wouldn't actually give you your material back, which really sucked. Next thing I'm going to do is pull this out, have this one be flush with that second little block right here. So that little square right here should be flush with this. And then you're going to have 1 gap in between, just like that. And then have this sticking out just a hair. That's going to be your guard for your wing and for your aileron. because you don't want that aileron getting destroyed if you hit a tree. So that's what that's for. So let's make sure that that's flush, perfect, and then one outward. And there's that one. Now the next thing we're going to do is grab our wrench. And I'm going, now you can wire these however you want, but for me, I put these two on channel 1. And I put this one on channel 2. Oops. There goes copyright. It's GG. Okay, I have to get up here. This one should be channel 2. This one should be channel 1. And then these ones should be channel 2. So remember, your rudders are always going to be opposite of the aileron. So whatever, if these are channel 1 or channel 2, then this one's going to be the opposite on this side. And then if this one, so like this one's channel 1 for me, this side is going to be channel 2. These are channel 2. This one's channel 1. So don't forget that. Next thing I want to do is put some extra guards on the bottom. And the reason we do that is because let's say your base gets destroyed, it'll give it extra support so that your whole plane doesn't fall apart. This is the kind of aspect I was talking about in my creative video, where I was talking about how there are safety parameters that I try to build into my aircraft that other people just don't. And the reason I do that is because of hard landings, because no landing is going to be perfect in Lego Fortnite. It's and something is going to go wrong almost every single time. There we go, there's that one. So that's your little step up. And now that that is done, now we can drop the plane. I like to destroy my jack because I get the material back if I do it that way. So now your plane is on the ground, safe and sound. So next thing we're going to do is just make sure that we have all of the guards up. So we actually need to add some guards up here at the front. And I like to make this one first because if it's not flush, then it's going to mess everything else up. Then I'm going to bring this one out, make sure it's flush. I'm going to make sure it's one backward from the front. So you're going to point at the bottom. Okay, I'm out of stone. I just realized. Okay. I'm like, what's going on? Why can't I place it? And then I realized I'm out of stone. I think I actually might be out of stone. Let me going over here. Okay, yeah, I'm out. Hold up. I thought I had enough. Thought about a stack and a half was what I needed, but I guess I do a little bit more. Oh, there's the glass. Why is it in there? That's usually the stone chest, but everything's so disorganized, it's sad. And that's not my fault. I try to keep everything as organized as possible, but finding stuff is now impossible. So I'm guessing my friend has taken all the stone, and he's probably put it in his truck. So I'm going to have to go look in his truck really quick and see if he has any extra stone. And unfortunately for him, he's probably not going to like that, but I really don't have a choice. Let's see. Alright, well, in that case, I guess I will have to just show you what it looks like, and then we'll complete that build. I might just take a bit of my runway away. Who knows? Maybe I have a piece under here? Yes, I do. Perfect. I didn't want to have to wander really far away. That should be enough. There's my guard. Flush with that one, and make sure it's even, and then one back. Perfect. Next thing I'm going to do is add a guard on the front. Make sure it's nice and even. And then the last thing you're going to do is add your lights. So We're gonna put one on the trailing edge. I mean the very tips of the wings, one underneath the nose, and then we're gonna put one on the back. I'm sorry, two on the back that are gonna be side by side of the tail there. So let's go ahead and get up here. One there. That's why I built it in survival, so you can see the struggle that you're going to have to go through. Nice and flush, perfect. Next thing I'm going to do is do the opposite one. Make sure that one's good. There we go. Climb back up here onto the tail. And then I'm going to put two that are opposite sides of the thruster. And that's pretty much it. This design is extremely simple. Now, fair warning, be very careful on the landing because this aircraft, although it's stable, what's going to end up happening is if you land too hard, you're going to run into some difficulty. So I'm going to put square chest on this one so that I know which plane is which. I'm going to put one there and then one on the other side. Okay, let's test it, assuming it actually moves. Okay. Now we don't have any power cells in this one, so takeoffs and landings are going to be a little harder. So let me actually grab my spare one out of this plane and we'll throw it in there just for testing purposes. Just make sure it works. It might not, because sometimes when you build these things, they clicking the buttons, but nothing's happening. So we would have to leave and come back in order to actually test out the drivability of this plane. But pretty much just remember that this tail wheel is going to be opposite because it's at the back. So whenever you try to go left, you're going to have to point the joystick to the right to go left. That's going to be the main difference. So let's go ahead and test the thrusters. Okay, they're not working either, so we're going to have to leave and come back. So let's go ahead and do that. Unfortunately, this happens in creative too. There's really no way around it. I don't know if it's just a PS5 problem or what's going on. So let's try this again. Let's go back to this world. And then the crazy thing is whenever you load in, all of your planes or buildings or whatever are going to be falling apart, and then they're all going to reconstruct. It's actually kind of funny to watch. So this is probably the cheapest airplane. See what I mean? Oh my goodness. This is probably the cheapest airplane design I've ever built. All my other ones are rather expensive. Actually I'll just see this one actually. Perfect. Also a quick tip, if you want easy health, just put a health enchantment on your sword. Then you can just kill stuff and it gives you like pizzas and stuff and you can just eat it once and be perfectly fine. So my other airplane is going to be in the way of this runway, but let's check. There we go, it's working now. Make sure that these work. Repellents come on, turns. This one turns. Let's go backwards, make sure that these turn on properly. Good. Alright, so this looks like it's going to be okay. So now that we've just built this one, should be an exact duplicate almost. Actually, I think it is now identical. This is now an identical airplane to my other one. So this one probably costed maybe about 3 stacks of wood, a stack and a half of stone, your material for the engine, obviously, 6 balloons, and then a little bit of frost pine and some flex wood for the landing gears. And then obviously your thrusters, you're going to have the 6 large thrusters, 6 small thrusters, and then your lights, of course. That's it. It's really cheap, user-friendly, and it's survival-friendly. So let's go ahead and give it a test flight really quick. Look how stable that is. And then again, if you want to climb, you're going to turn on all your thrusters, turn those off, continue the climb out, turn them on again. And if you want to turn, I'd like to turn on the left aileron, bank to the right. And I'll show you how to land this thing properly. So I'm going to keep my bank coming in now at this point, now that I'm lining up for the approach. I'm only going to turn on my side, so these are both my ailerons on at the same time. And see how I just kind of gradually make that nice slow drift in. That's what I want. And you can turn them off to increase your sink rate, and then just gradually pull it right in. Nice gentle landing. That's how you make a landing in this airplane, and then it puts you out right here. Nice gentle, easy landing, and then got some storage on the side, and that's it. So if you got any questions, feel free to let me know. That's going to be pretty much it for this tutorial. Sorry it was so long because some things didn't work out the way I wanted them to, and I built it in survival on purpose so that you could see the struggle. All right, that's going to be it for this one. I'll catch you later. See you.